welcome back to Athens. In case you missed it last Friday, Al and I decided to test the waters with the U.S. Synchronized swimming team. And though our performance was what we thought graceful and elegant, we have not heard a word from the team since we left the pool, which has left us puzzled. Lauren McFall, Kendra Zanato, Becky Jasantek were just some of our patient swim instructors, and they're here as members of the Synchronized swim team. Ladies, good morning. Good to have you here.
Hi.
We've checked our emails. We've checked our voicemails. We have not heard a thing about what time we need to be at the pool tomorrow for this competition. Nothing.
Did we forget to mention that?
Yeah. It was just an exhibition, wasn't it?
To be honest, we were a little intimidated by your prowess in the water.
Yeah.
So.
I know. Okay, it's fine. It's happened before in other sports. Let's talk about how nervous are you right now going into the team competition tomorrow?
Excited.
Excited, not nervous?
We're ready. No, we're ready.
Yeah.
We've been here a long time, so we've been a little bit antsy to compete, so we're ready.
Let's explain to people who may not understand. First of all, the duet competition is going on right now. The team competition starts tomorrow. You've got the technical side of that and then the free side. Right, the free side of that. What's the technical side?
The technical program is basically there are 8 elements, I think, and every country does the same element. And you can put them in, they're in a specific order, but in between you can choreograph whatever you want. So it's a way for the judges to judge straight across the board, everyone element to element.
So it's a little like the compulsory part of the figure skating in that sport. All right, then you move on to the free team competition, and what's involved in that?
Anyone can do whatever they want. Every team has, they can choose their own music, they can choose their own moves, and there's no rule on synchronization. Like there's obvious parts where teams are supposed to be synchronized, but like in the tech program where everyone has to do the same thing the entire time, the free, you can do things in pairs or
But are there certain moves required as part of the free program as well?
Sort of underwritten, like you want to put a spin in there to show strength, you want to put lifts in there to show strength. It's sort of like every synchro team knows they need to show difficulties, but...
As the team captain, what are your responsibilities? I mean, when we were there the other day, you were grunting underwater and getting everybody on the same cue. But what are your responsibilities as the captain?
That's basically what it is. I make sure everyone knows what's going on. I'm the go-between between our coach and the athletes. And I deal a lot with our national office, and I just make sure everyone knows the plan.
Who are the teams to beat here?
Russia.
Russia, I mean, they're dominant. Russia has been dominant, Japan also. But from what I understand in the world competitions and international competitions over the last couple of years, your team has been right up there in the top 3 spots also,
we're getting
right?
Close. We're hungry.
and this team, very different from the team that competed in Sydney?
Yeah.
For you?
There's only one person that was on the team in Sydney that's on this team, and all the rest of us are different. So it's definitely a different composition of girls.
Tell me a little bit about this whole question. It's funny, Larry King asked me this question last night. Kitty and I were interviewed by him, and he said, is it a sport? So you frowned immediately, but you hear this question all the time where some people say, that's not a sport. How do you answer that?
I think the main problem is there's not enough exposure. I mean, I think you and Al learned a lot about our sport just by being there and seeing it live, and people just don't ever see our sport, and they remember Saturday Night Live skits or Esther Williams. Our sport's a lot different than that, and a lot of the work is done underwater, and we're making it look easy. That's what we do.
Is it possible that a good way to explain it is it's not the kind of sport you're used to seeing, but you are nonetheless athletes because of that?
Exactly. If you see what we put in every day, what our training is like, and the things we can do, I mean, we might not be great sprinters or, other things, but we're athletes, and we're proud of it. 8
hours a day in the swimming pool, 6 days a week preparing for this. So, I mean, what would it mean to you to take home an Olympic medal here?
It would be our lifelong dream. I mean, I've been doing this for 22 years. Lauren's been doing it 17. I mean, this is what we've worked for our whole life. And just to be able to compete tomorrow is amazing, but to bring home some hardware along with it,
Is there life after synchronized swimming? I mean, there's no pro synchronized swimming, so what do you do after the Olympics?
Most of us are going to go back to school. We've all had to make a lot of sacrifices, our husbands, our boyfriends, and it's just going to be nice to go back and live normal lives and go to school.
Well, Al is joining us now. He's at the beach right now, and Al, I know you and I had the best time there. You want to say anything to the ladies?
Well, I wish them all the best, and I've decided to retire from the sport. So this is my regimen now.
Yeah, you know what we didn't show, Al?
Well, I know.
We didn't show that they actually lifted you out of the water in one of their moves.
I know. In fact, that we lost 2 of their members.
Well, again, Alan, I wish you all the best. And I want to mention, you want to be the next Katie Couric. You told me that. It's in your bio. So, yeah, after she's finished. But this is your big opportunity as we go to break. So, ladies, take it away.
Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. We're back in a moment, but first, this is Today on NBC.